day warrior, mean stride. Today's Tom Sawyer, mean pride. Though his mind is not for rent, don't put him down as arrogant. His reserve a quiet defense, riding out the day's events. The river, what you say about his company is what you say about society. Catch the mist, catch the myth, catch the mystery, catch the drift. The world is love and life are deep. Maybe as the skies are wide. Today's Tom Sawyer, he gets high on you. When the space he invades, he gets by on you.
Happy Wednesday, everybody. How's everybody doing?
Wednesday.
I feel like I should play 2 songs in a row there, especially when it's something short like that.
Yeah. I try and do it that way. Whenever I get one of those shorter songs, I try and roll a good one after it.
Don't get me wrong, they're all good, but you know, I feel like I just didn't get enough there. Hey, how's everybody's week going so far?
It's still going, so that's a plus.
That's it.
The last couple days off, so I've been chilling.
Yeah, except for my shit drive back from Montana, everything was fantastic.
You had to drive through all the snow?
Yeah. All the snow's hitting you guys right now?
It should be here shortly.
Yep. I think we're supposed to get some Friday.
Yeah, keep that shit.
Start up another one for you guys.
Who's out there so far? I see Zilla's out there. There's Meter out in the chat. Addy Tooney's out there. Holy shit. Giz is out here early. He must be snowed in.
I was going to say, he's snowed in, he's bored.
Bored.
Yep, exactly.
And we'll see a little bit more of him now that it's starting to set in.
Till the ice fishing weather gets in, anyway.
That's it. Church is here. What's happening, Church? There's Larry's out there. What's happening, Larry?
Larry.
Wow, he's got to be off tomorrow. It's way past his bedtime.
Jerry Socorro's out there already.
Socorro. What's happening?
Adam, I'm not going to try to say that last fucking name.
Don't even.
Dimlin.
That's all, folks.
Pelagic.
That's out there. What's happening? I'm sorry to announce I did not get a scale today, so there will be no mixing tonight. As much as I was excited to do so, fucking Amazon said today or tomorrow, and I guess it's going to be tomorrow. So we'll have to wait to do something till next week. Which, it is what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
How it works sometimes.
I've got everything else. Just,
Now you just need a nice handmade vape to enjoy underneath that fancy new soffit.
That's right. Then 3 weekends from now, they put in new gutters, and probably around that same time, they're doing all the windows in the house.
Windows too? Nice. The soffit work looked real good.
Yeah, it makes the house look a lot lighter. Our house looked a lot darker with the green that they had on there, and now that it's the white metal on there, or the light green that's on the house, now almost looks like it's an off-white because how bright the softening fascia is. I'm going, well, probably going to have to paint the house. Son of a bitch. Did not want to paint. Can't stand painting. Not to mention the amount of sanding it's going to take on this house to get everything prepped for paint. Ugh.
You're going to be out there a while, man.
Yeah.
I like painting. It's too bad I don't live close.
I'll pay your fucking fare up here. I'll come get you for the fucking weekend. Fuck it.
I can't leave the tree, unfortunately.
What are they
Maybe this
paying you? I'll
weekend.
double it. I hate fucking
Sorry,
painting.
Sakura. Shit.
That's how
I
much
do
I
like
fucking
You
hate
just
it.
you don't realize you just priced yourself way out of your budget.
Oh no. My budget's alright. What's happening, Dylan? Sneaking in, man. You're right. I
Oh.
could build shelves because actually Mrs. finally walked into the office and seen this pile of shit over here, and she goes, "How many of those do you fucking need?" I'm like, "Well, all of
This
them."
is just a start. Yeah.
Yeah, this is. Don't come in here if you don't want me to answer that question.
Yeah, I was like, "This is just a start." I was like, "I want to try everything. I think, or at least everything that suits my needs." Then maybe some off the wall shit because there I saw some off the wall shit in there that I'm going, would have never thought about that, but sure, why not? Let's give her a fucking go.
Give her a whirl. Yeah, some of the weirdest sounding flavors wind up being like just little keys to making something perfect. So,
Like, I don't know what I'm allowed to say and not say there because I don't know what is and is not released, so I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut. But I'm gonna say there's some weird shit in there.
oh, from VSO?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's talked about pretty much everything.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
cilantro.
I think.
What the
Yeah, I
fuck
think
am I
yeah,
gonna do with
cilantro.
cilantro?
I think cilantro's actually available now.
Is it?
Yeah, I think all of the herbs
Lost
are,
track.
Yeah, I think all the herbs are available right now.
Because yesterday
Dropping
was
so
the big
many.
drop for the guava and the papaya.
Yeah, the guava and papaya came out yesterday.
Both sound.
You can still use
fucking
coupon
awesome.
code Wendy Vapes.
I love papaya.
I think Wendy Vapes gets you 16% off
Mm.
of the whole site
Bird.
versus the Fermi coupon that's only available on Tuesdays when we can actually lure me out of her hole.
Hey, I was hanging out with her yesterday after your show, and I was like, "Hey, why don't you get to bed early? Wake up at a decent time. Come hang out with us on TJ's show, like old times. We miss you." She's like, "I'll try." I'm like, "Lumi, I'll try." I was like, "All right, night." I knew it wasn't gonna happen.
Well,
No, she's out.
I tried.
She's out streaming right now, so
Yeah, she's on her big stream team now, and they require certain amounts of hours of
Yeah,
actually
that's
like
streaming per
streaming
hours
from
per
her
day.
to. But then in turn, they, push her and promote her and have people raid her stream and stuff. And she has noticeably been having quite a few more viewers. I've noticed when I pop in.
yeah. So it's a really good thing for her. It's a really good thing.
I'm not mad at her. I'm glad she's doing something that suits her. That's my thoughts. Always been the faces come and go on here because they have for the last 4 years now.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. I'm not angry about it. If anything, I'm happy to see new faces come in once in a while. And when somebody's got to go, they got to go. It's not my job to babysit and find out where they're at. We're all adults here, so if you want to come and hang, you come and hang. If not, so be it.
So Clown Puncher.
Doesn't he take any love away from anybody that I got already?
Yep. Yeah, I mean that's always the thing with the YouTube game. Like life takes over. Something bigger comes along.
And to be honest, with as much shit as I've had going on lately, I'm surprised I'm still doing this because there's been many days where I'm going, I got other shit I could be doing right now. But I enjoy this way too much still. Even though I do have every once in a while, I go through those slumps where I'm like, fuck this. Why am I doing this?
Then you get on and you're like, all right, yeah.
Yeah.
Hanging out with my friends is a good time.
Yeah, it gives you that whole mantra back there. I saw a couple other people popped in here. I see Lord Wrench is in the house. Saw the Clown Puncher's in here now. What's happening?
Jefferson, as I call him.
Makes it.
Here comes the queen of the stream. I'm not sure what she's up to here, but
Ooh, speaking of vape mail, my RTA that I ordered from Hong Kong on the 27th of September is coming tomorrow. Yay!
very nice.
Only a month.
Fucking finally.
That's not bad.
No, that's
Not
bad at
China's
all.
fault or Hong Kong's fault at all, because I was looking at my tracking and it left there the 6th of this month.
That's
So
not bad at all, man.
it landed here Handover to airline, Melrose Park, Illinois. The 14th, they've been hanging on to it. It's been an hour away from me since the 14th. Like, come on, guys.
Man, if I checked the tracking and I seen that and it'd been like 3 days. Listen here, motherfuckers.
I've got
What'd you do?
Visit
with
my
my
local
shit?
post office. I'd walk over there right now and be like,
I got
hey.
7 packages still that I ordered in April from
Oh,
China.
Jesus. Yeah, I haven't had anything like that, thank God.
Some of them, to their credit, shipped out right away. Some of them got their tracking number provided, made it through parts of China, and then never left China. So
Oh,
it's like
God.
it's half their bullshit and half our bullshit. But either way, I'm out like a fucking dozen different little things that I ordered still for almost the entire fucking year now. So I'm
I
done
woke
with
up this
shit.
morning and I had a text update and it said, scheduled delivery tomorrow before 6:30 p.m. And I was like, fuck yeah, fucking about time. Dude, I bought that mod, that fucking Stormtrooper, the red and black one, like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I have not used it yet because I want to matchy it with that fucking RTA.
Fidalgo.
That's how bad my OCD is.
Hate to burst your bubble, Fidalgo, but no scale. Amazon decided not to bring it till tomorrow, so no mixie tonight. Sorry. Sorry you made time to watch when I'm not actually gonna mix.
Yeah, we'll do. We could talk flavor profiles you want to get into.
Theory crafting?
Theory craft something.
Well, the first thing I want to do is I want to make something that's shake and vapable.
Okay.
And then the follow-up to that is I want something that might have to steep out like a sundae or something like that. Because I'm sure
Yeah, make it a shake
I'm
and
guessing
bake
the
and then
ice creams and custards, they need to steep out a little bit.
The TFA vanilla custard 2 does not need to steep,
Really?
nor does the liquid barn vanilla ice cream.
Well,
Yeah, I
need to
find
steep.
that TFA custard 2, like, overnight is, like, just right.
Yeah,
well.
yeah. I mean, you can shake and bake that stuff. Immediately.
Absolutely, yeah.
Well,
same thing with the vanilla ice cream. You can shake and bake it right away. It does develop a little bit of richness over the course of like 5 days, but it's nothing.
Well, if it's a little
Nothing
bit
that's gonna
richer
take
over the
away
course
from
of
the
5
baking
days,
experience.
that's a good plus. Well, Fidalgo, guess you'll have to make time next week because it'll be next week for sure then.
Means I got to remember to get all my shit together before next week. It's all scattered fucked right now.
Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna have to put a list together for you guys so you can kind of help me bum shit together. I mean,
I'm sure we could get a couple.
actually,
things
I've
thrown
got
together
most
for
of
you.
the list I've got most of the list here already saved on a notepad, so I'll put it in chat next week and then basically name anything off of ESO and it's there.
Yeah.
He's pretty good about that stuff.
Yeah, he's real good about
That
that.
VSO guy.
I'm gonna mix you up something good.
Yeah,
A couple good
Valor.
things.
Swag always has my back. He's always had it from day one. That dude's fucking phenomenal.
Everyone's wondering about your
Ooh,
bottle
good
supply.
question.
Nope, but I do have some clean ones.
All right.
Okay.
You will find that you will need more bottles than you ever thought you would ever need.
Yeah, no kidding.
Now,
Yeah, I buy them by the.
Hundo.
Ooh,
I buy them in these now.
Jesus, that's what I need to get actually. Of 30s.
I may as
The
well
more
just,
you buy, the cheaper they get.
are you buying them off of
I
Amazon?
only
So
ever
you
mix
get
30s.
prime
No, I
shipping?
buy them off of River Supply Co. That's where I get my little chubby gorillas. These ones.
Yeah.
'Cause they fit the game changer.
These guys.
Yes, Mando. That is a yes to your question, Larry. That's in there. Which, for me, that is fitting, because I live in Wisconsin, and Corbell just put out a statement that says Wisconsin drinks over 46% of the entire world's consumption of brandy.
That doesn't surprise me.
Brandy.
Brandy and cheese curds? You kidding me?
Dude, I'm telling you, brandy old fashions all day. Anybody who says whiskey old fashioned can suck a dick.
Whiskey old fashions are good, but brandy old fashions are tasty as shit. They
I-
really fucking are.
I love whiskey by itself, but I'm not mixing it with anything. Unless you're giving me some shit rail whiskey, then yeah, go ahead and fucking mix away.
Right, yeah, old fashions are just about the only way I'll do a mixed whiskey.
Oh, speaking
Other than that, put it in a fucking glass, give me an ice cube, and get away from me.
of which, where the hell did that go? Holy shit! I need to find this whiskey, and they don't sell it around here.
Kilbeggan.
Kilbeggan. Yes.
My neighbor,
Irish interestingness.
yeah, my neighbor, he had never had proper 12, so we had a glass of that, and he's like, I got something at the house. He said, my sister brought it to me.
Yeah, because I don't know if that's available domestically.
I don't remember where she got it, but she brought it in, and he brought over. We had a glass of that, and that shit was fucking fantastic.
If Larry's already done that recipe, if there's something boozy, Larry's probably made a run at it.
Right, or at least given it a hell of a try.
Yeah,
Yep.
and has 10 others on the back burner in his fucking crazy ass boozy brain.
Hey, look, that's called get in where you fit in, you know?
Right?
Mm-hmm. He found his little niche.
That's half
And we
the
were
battle.
missing the
Shane.
booze hound. Mary Beth has been busy with work and life and whatnot, so we have to have the booze person in our.
Yeah. Concrete
In a
River's
circle.
Concrete River's a busy man now. Like, he
Yeah,
works.
yeah, he did make a little appearance a couple weeks ago or last week on,
Yeah, on the
Vixens,
Vixens, I
which
think it was last week.
fantastic. I missed his face.
Oh, he's so good. He's
It's
so
just a
good at
funny dude, man. Smart,
Yeah.
funny dude.
I've met him in person a couple times. He's fucking awesome.
I could see myself hanging
Yeah,
out.
we
with
went
that
out.
dude.
We went out and had pizza. Went out and had pizza together and just sat around and bullshitted. And yeah, his girlfriend is she's fucking hilarious too. It's like
That makes
you hear
sense.
those two start bantering at each other, and you're like, oh, you two were meant for each other. Like it. Like you two never need to break up or separate or do anything. And if you do,
Isn't
you
it
just
odd?
need to get together and talk about it for a second. Fidalgo, yes, he lives.
Man at arms.
I'm not sure he. Well, I mean, he lives down by WSU. That's what I'll say. There you go. He lives down by WSU.
Angel. What up, Angel?
Yeah. Yeah. He's one of my favorite dudes in the mixing community.
Definitely.
I still have very fond memories of the mornings. It was me, Concrete River, Shindo, and Slasha, with no attitude to back us up. Oh
yeah.
man.
The original unsupervised mixing right there.
Oh man. Yeah, that was the original unsupervised mixing. Because man, did that show always get dirty, like really, really dirty. It was fantastic.
You know, tuning to slide out of frame doesn't keep you guys in shape.
Right?
Just realized something illicit was on
Well,
camera.
Tooney can be fairly filthy himself. Don't get Addy Tooney mistaken. Addy Tooney's a little bit of a dog, but like when he's present, like there's the Tooney presence, and so you double think the things that come out of your mouth. When Tooney's not around, it's just vomiting words.
It's like a behavioral aura.
Yeah, like the electric shock collars have come off,
Right?
and I can bark all that I want to, if you will.
And then once in a while, Uncle Addy lets an F-bomb slide, and you're like, whoa! He's really
Wait a minute,
passionate
Judy.
about that.
Oh, get him going on a couple of things that are going on in the world right now.
Right?
Get some
Definitely.
F-bombs out of him.
Why is this
God damn
in
it.
soft mode? I've been hitting this thing like a crazy person, wondering why it wasn't hitting hard enough, and it dropped down to like the soft preheat
Oh,
mode.
yeah.
Because like I tend to rub the screen when I'm using this thing, and I think it just magically worked its way down to S.
Is that like a sign of a frustration of
What's
some
better?
sort that you're sitting there rubbing the screen?
It's a possibility. I think I just hold it wrong. Hey,
Like-
look at this guy.
It's like a worry stone.
There's that guy.
What up, motherfuckers?
Yo!
That guy
fuck is this
comes
guy?
in with the thunder.
Well, I mean, he's up past his bedtime. You know he's gonna be rowdy.
Uh-oh. We gotta
Probably got a
adjust.
couple whiskeys in him. That's all right. That's all right, Larry.
Waiting for the
Yeah, I mean,
migraine meds to kick and
Oh, okay.
Pain meds? Or brain meds?
migraine.
Oh. Ah, so I was close.
Just
Yeah.
a little bit of both.
Nice.
Then
Yes, Paul.
Larry's
It's true.
Larry's destiny is edging ever closer to us here. You got- on the 30th, we will not see Larry until that episode is over. I guarantee.
Oh, we're only nine days away, right?
Yeah, it's not far.
Oh, I'll probably get up early as shit and watch it before I go into work.
Oh, watch it. Okay. Yeah, wake up.
I said
Yeah.
the midnight
'Cause it'll
release party.
it probably drops at midnight, right?
Probably.
I think midnight West Coast,
Ooh.
because that's how it was last year.
So
Okay.
So I'd have to
2
wait
a.m.
till like 3 a.m.
Oh, it just gives you a couple extra hours of sleep then.
Or I could just get up at 3 a.m. and just say fuck it.
I don't think so, Swaggy. He might, but I think he's right out. I think he's just right out of town. He's a little he's a little way.
Oh,
I know. I was coming back from Boise through there, and I saw the name of the town. I was like, oh, so this is where his ass is. Okay.
No, I have not. I haven't even signed up for ELR yet. Which is probably something I need to do next.
If you do plan on doing that and you do want to put all your flavors in your stash, I would recommend doing it sooner than later because it gets fucking way out of hand if you let it
Real-
fucking
It
go.
It's real easy
It's
to
already
forget
out
that
of
you got
hand for
50
me.
or
I don't-
60.
Yeah, you got a big batch to put in there. Like you're gonna want to do that. You're gonna want to take an hour. I know it sucks, but you're gonna want to take an hour. and
Dude,
put all
I
those
do
flavors in
data
there.
entry basically
I
every
was
Yeah,
gonna
it's
say-
basically what it is.
I was gonna say
I-
he should be able to.
I just
Yep.
right
Right through it. Yeah.
my whole thing is I don't want to have to do that when I'm done with work. Like
Right.
most of the games I play when I'm playing video games, they're either with a controller or just a single mouse clickies. That's it.
Oh yeah.
No, it'll be one of those things you'll want to do Sunday while football's on, and you got an old fashioned sitting on your desk in front of you, so you
Good
don't have
idea.
paying attention to everything, and you just
Yep.
check down the fucking list. Because most flavors I have found, you don't have to type the whole thing. You type the first couple letters Google
Oh
like,
yeah.
and it figures out it's like, hey, is
Yep.
it one of these like 5? And it's usually right fucking there.
Absolutely.
Well,
Yeah, I have a ritual whenever I get new flavorings in where I take them out of the box, I lay them all on the bed, put, open first one, give it a sniff, put it into ELR, put it in the side, open the next one, ad nauseum.
What's up, Thomas Hall? Boop.
yeah.
Totally missed.
Now I feel like I need to go on the ELR while we're sitting here because I'm only half paying attention half the time, anyways.
Go. See, you're already on the right track.
And then the nice thing about ELR is it also gets you used to like all the abbreviations for all the different companies. Like 1-on-1 is OOO and Flavor is
That
FOB.
one I've got figured out from hanging out on enough shows and watching enough shows, especially if I'm popping on like a Saturday while you guys are mixing. I see just a list of shit and I'm going, the
Yeah.
fuck is that? And I'm thinking about it and kind of figured it out. However,
TFA and
FOB is
TPA are
Flavor,
interchangeable.
TPA, VSO, WF for
you
one
know,
flavor.
I'll say this: somebody didn't tell me when I was going and looking for certain flavors, namely Capella's, that they have a what's called silver line, and they're labeled under silver
yeah.
line, not cap. I'm going, you motherfucker! So here I am going through their list of fucking flavors, and going, where the fuck
Yeah,
is
we
it?
probably should have said that those ones were a cap silver line.
It's like, thanks guys, appreciate that. Way to make it easy on me.
Well, and the other nice thing about ELR is that if you ever get a brain fart and you know you need something, but you just can't pinpoint what it is you want, you just hit what can I make, and it takes your flavor stash against all the fucking recipes on ELR and tells you everything you can make with what you already fucking have.
Yeah,
That
I
helps-
used the
that
shit
helps
out
for
of that
brain
when I first
farts.
started mixing.
Yeah, that helps for brain farts,
Yeah.
man. It really does.
Yeah, when you're just looking for some rando recipe.
Yeah, DJ, I threw the link to my Wisconsin old fashioned that may be getting a rework after I'm finished testing out VSO brandy.
Citrus, blood
Yeah,
orange,
Geek
bitters.
actually popped into a show. It's like a month ago. He
Yeah.
actually popped his head into a show and just said, "What's up?" I was like, dude, what the fuck? How you been? So it's
Name
good
that
seeing
hasn't
him.
been heard in a while.
Yeah, so Geek's still alive. He's still alive. I'm assuming that his family just kind of took over.
Yeah,
You
it
know,
happens.
looking at
Can't
that,
be mad at it.
there's a couple things on that list that I don't have, so I'm gonna have to rework it my own way, I guess.
Well, yeah,
Or
I'm
whenever
probably
I
gonna
get to
rework that once I get done testing out VSO Brandy.
Because I saw a couple things in there that I think I could do it strictly with just his stuff, maybe, and maybe a thing or two others. But, yeah.
Yeah,
You're thinking like a mixer.
yeah.
Yeah,
The
we say how it starts.
I threw the Wonder Flavors 5 fruits in there because I needed a carbonation to it, a carbonation like mix in there.
Lemon kick. Fresh just turned me on to that one. In O'Hara.
Lemon kick or lemon's kick.
Lemon's kick. Yeah.
They have some weird ass fucking names, but yeah, that's the citrus soda that you vape that stuff and it feels like you're vaping bubbles.
Very strange, but it's awesome though.
I mean, I've already played with it a little bit. I did an apricot brandy with VSOs. It turned out really nice.
What's up, Boop? Well, speaking of folks we haven't seen in a while, what's happening, man?
Oop.
Voop, how are you, buddy? Long time no see.
There's Cherokee.
Nice to see when that stuff happens. Yeah. With how much is there, I think I'm just gonna have to kind of fucking guess and choose. Maybe we'll just go,
Yeah.
let's mix this and this and this and this together. I have no idea what they're gonna fucking do.
That's the fun thing about mixing, though, is that there's no fucking hard, fast, set in stone fucking rules. Everything is up for negotiation. Everything.
Yeah.
And if something sounds a little too much for you, dial it back. That's just your variation of it, and there's no wrong way to fucking mix it. You end up liking it.
Oh yeah, I have several public recipes that nobody
Right.
will ever fucking vape because nobody wants to vape 2% Flavor Art Lavender. But I fucking enjoy the shit out of it. Like,
It's the vaping version of the greatest open world video game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
like if I had to describe that lavender vape to people, it's so difficult. But I always say it's kind of like creamy laundry detergent. And they're like, well, why the fuck would you want to vape that? I'm like, I don't know, but it tastes really fucking good.
Sometimes weird fucking flavors just work. That's
It's
right.
like sweet candy, creamy laundry soap. I don't know.
Yeah, like the weirdest one I've done is lately is green tea with rose.
Yeah.
Ooh, that sounds nice, actually.
I know, right?
Like
You
a
were talking about that
matcha with
yesterday. I was
rose
like,
water?
oh.
I could see that.
I'll have to try and regain his trust. That's not an easy thing, Dimlin. But I mean, to be fair, I'll put this out there. Dave is wrong.
Oh shit.
Ooh, shots fired.
Dave is wrong.
Nice,
Unless I got it. Unless me and everybody else that's tried it and liked it was wrong about the flavor.
Haters gonna hate. That's all you gotta do.
Yep. Dave, well, I mean, Dave professionally hates. So
Well, I guess that's what you're getting paid to do. Why not, right?
no, he doesn't get paid for noted. He just does it. He just does it for the blackness of his heart.
Huckleberry and violet. There you go. See, that's
Yeah, it's a
weird.
great
It sounds
combo.
awesome.
That sounds pretty fucking good too.
I love
I actually
that.
just backed my VSO blueberry up with a 0.8 of huckleberry, and it's really nice.
Oh yeah.
When I saw the huckleberry in there, all I could think was huckleberry lemonade. Because that
Yum.
shit is fucking fantastic.
Yes, it is. Dylan McNeely, he actually made a really good huckleberry lemonade.
That's the one thing I remember growing up in Montana. Go to the fair, always get huckleberry lemonade every fucking time
yeah.
I was there.
Oh yeah, I stopped at the in St. Regis and got a huckleberry milkshake on the way back. I did that.
Nice. That's amazing.
I'm just gonna cruise along, go a little bit out of my way, not a lot out of your way, but just a touch out of your way to go get a huckleberry milkshake and then get back on the interstate before you head over Lookout Pass.
That's a fun little drive right there.
Lookout Pass actually, both times I went through was fine, which is normally that's the
It's a sketchy sumbitch usually.
Yeah, normally it's a little bit of a sketchy bastard, even during the summer. It can be. Yeah, both times it was fine. The last time I drove over when I was going over to Glacier, man, that fucker was slick. It was just dumping rain. You couldn't see more than about 40 feet in front of you because the clouds were hanging over the interstate.
That's
Thing
like
was bastard. This time, both times I went through, it was pretty clear.
that's just like driving on the Cook City switchbacks. Oof.
Oh, those Cook City switchbacks are nasty.
Those are fun ones
Those
to
are
drive.
nasty. I haven't been on them since I was a younger man.
The last time I drove those was when we spread my grandma's ashes, though. That was like 15 years ago.
Oh, it's beautiful when you get up to the top, though.
Yeah.
Just absolutely stunning. Get above that tree line, you just peaks everywhere. It's glorious.
Then watch my fucking uncle get his truck stuck in the snow in the middle of summer. That was fun. Like, idiot.
I think that was probably the hardest part of the drive was getting out of the driveway. My parents' driveway has a little bit of an angle to it. So, yeah, I got up to the top and I was spinning wheels, so I backed up as far as I could and made a run at it. Came flying out of that driveway doing probably 15 miles an hour.
Like, please, nobody coming from either direction.
Yep, exactly. Well, yeah, you can see both directions, so you're like, okay, I think I'm okay. Hopefully nobody comes rocking around that corner. Do a little Tokyo drift onto the road, and off you go. Next thing you know, you're like 4 hours later in Missoula. So it was that was the worst part of the drive, was getting to Missoula. Took about 4 hours, and then it only took me about 3 hours to get home from there. So.
Actually, I have a question for you, Fresh. What would be a good cola?
Good cola?
Yeah.
Real flavor soda base was the best. Flavor Art makes pretty decent cola. Flavora makes pretty good cola. Off the top of my head, those are the two I'd point you at. But if you can find Real Flavor soda base somewhere, that's probably your best bet.
Yeah, I threw the SSA one in a cart.
I haven't tried it. I haven't tried it yet, so I couldn't give you an answer one way or another.
I just threw it in there to try it out.
You should do a Huckleberry Quencher, Swaggy Shane.
Yeah, I'm not against it. Although that watermelon...
Zilla wants a Lucozade. That's what he really wants.
That
Call it an Orangeade. You know what you want. Ever been over to Europe, you know about Lucozade.
That's what? Ecto Cooler.
Ooh.
Really?
That high C, if someone could come up with that high C orange, man, they used to be able to get at McDonald's.
Yeah, the missus was so pissed when they stopped carrying that because that was the only drink she would get from there.
You know, they got the little, you can get it in little boxes still. I mean, like, that was what everybody went in for, basically.
Or the original Acto Cooler before they changed it up.
What's the? There's another orange one out there that's really, really good. What's up, Erwin?
What's happening, everyone? Yeah, there was a couple other ones that were like that. There was some. Oh, what the fuck were those? Way back when I was a kid, came in an itty bitty box. They weren't high C though. Forget.
What's the other brand besides High C?
Capri Sun.
Not Capri Sun. They make the. No, it's not. No, that's High C is the fruit punch. There's another brand. There's another brand that makes the super sugary, cheap drinks. They make an orange that's really good. You can get a giant jug of it for like $1.49. No, not Tang. Indy's
Are you
best.
talking like Sunny D?
not Sunny D. You find it right on the shelf, sitting right next to not Kool-Aid. Someone's gonna throw it out there.
Ooh, vermouth swaggy. I mean, I can finally make a decent run at a Manhattan.
There you go.
Hawaiian punch.
My Lord Wrench coming in with the thunder. Hawaiian punch. Hawaiian punch makes good orange. It's like a buck. It's like a $1.49 for more than a gallon. And every once in a while, I'm wandering through and I break down and I buy some, and Jack just shakes their head at me.
Oh, fresh.
What are you for?
You giant, well, you little teeny man child, you.
There's nothing wrong with that. Once in a while, I buy Juicy Juice fruit punch flavored juice because we like consumed gallons of that in my house when I was a child, and I'll still buy it once in a while just to be nostalgic.
Dude,
It's so good.
Me,
It's so good.
I'm that way with apple juice. I drank a fuck ton of apple juice when I was growing up. So now I need
Like
to.
Yeah.
Like Little Caesars. Like I grew up on Little Caesars. 'Cause even back then, it was like $2 for a pie.
Yeah.
So, ridiculously cheap.
We never had fast pizza places in my neighborhood when I was growing up. It was always mom and pop places. There's like 10 of them though in my neighborhood.
Oh, you're lucky.
We
man.
had like the closest Pizza Hut was like 6 or 7 miles from my house. Closest Little Caesars was probably about 4 or 5 miles from my house. So we just always went mom and pop growing up.
Yeah, might as well.
We had good pizza though. Fucking Chicago. Yeah, that's true, Zilla. Very true. It was like a higher quality pie 20 years ago.
Yes, it was.
It was.
It's still
but-
good.
Yeah, it's not very cardboardy. Like there's some really cardboardy joints around here. And
Domino's. Tastes like cardboard.
Domino's is way better than they used to be, but it's still not very good.
Yeah. There's only one good thing that comes out of Domino's. That's their Philly cheesesteak pizza. The rest of it's fucking garbage.
Mm.
Yeah,
Oh, I
that's legit.
remember. Yeah, that Philly.
That
We
shit's
used
pretty
to
legit.
get those because they would deliver till like 4 a.m.
Yep.
Polk. So we get those Philly cheesesteak.
Maybe that's why I have such a good fond memory of that.
Because we were incredibly drunk.
Yeah.
Incredibly drunk, like army drunk. You guys don't know. Like, there's regular drunk, and then there's army drunk, and then there's Frank the fucking Tank.
Yeah. You don't ever go full Frank the Tank.
You don't want to go full Frank the Tank, and you could see it coming because he'd get squirrely. Well, Pizza Hut used to have a Sicilian style pizza that was amazingly good. Yeah, it was amazingly good.
We used to go to Pizza Hut a lot when I was a kid because we had a thing with Chicago Public Schools where if you had perfect attendance and honor roll, you would get a coupon for personal pan pizza
Yeah.
like every quarter
Oh,
or
yeah.
twice
Every
a quarter
quarter.
or
They did
something. So
that
we
and,
would just go.
The read so many books thing, too.
Reading is
Yeah.
fundamental,
Reading is
bro.
fundamental
Riff.
Yeah.
program. That's right.
Yeah, we did the Riff program. I still have Riff books on my shelf actually
I was
from when I was a
gonna
little
say,
kid.
yeah, I think I've
They
still
have
got
the
a couple
stamp on them
somewhere,
that say this book brought to you by Riff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, before Scholastic was a thing.
We did that too.
I remember reading heavy.
Yeah,
Real heavy.
being stoked when they wheeled in those giant metal fucking file cabinets of fucking books to take over your library.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Riff was awesome. They were like, hey, one day every couple of months, you get to pick a book to fucking take home, and it's yours. It's free.
Yep.
Enjoy.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, cool. I love to read.
I always had a little check, little like graph made out. How many checks do I need before I go get that pizza?
That's right.
Hell yeah.
I was like, oh shit, I need to go read some more. I want a pizza.
Yep. Want a personal pan pizza. Yeah, Papa Murphy's does make some mean pizzas.
They do. They make some good shit.
That's the ones that you cook at your house, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, when my old band Push Button, we used to get those all the time. Because there was
$10
one
and you
right
get
down
a
the block.
Monster fucking just ready to throw in the oven. Everything's on. It's all good to go.
Yeah, my drummer at the time, John, turned me on to those, and I was like, "Oh, that's a thing, cool."
Yeah, and they do Chicago style now too. They do a double layer Chicago style for
Wow.
like $15 or $16. It's,
Well,
it's
they've got,
legitimately like 6 pounds of fucking raw pizza.
They've got $10 Tuesdays where you can get anything for $10.
Yeah, $10. Yep.
Yeah. I actually just made one of those on that new smoker that I bought.
Ooh,
Nice.
smoking your pizza? All right.
Yeah.
That was the hot ticket. I've not tried the one at Sam's yet. Granted,
It's similar to Costco.
Showing
I was
off his
asking in
Schecter.
chat. Somebody asked in chat.
Whipping his Schecter out on stream. Fucking guitarist always whipping his Schecter out when everybody's acting.
Ooh, Zilla.
he is right. Smoked
See?
meatloaf is fantastic. I've made that a
That's
couple
where
times.
it's at.
Right after I got here, my buddy Sean took me to 4th of July party at this dude's house, and he smoked corned beef. Oh my goodness.
That would be fucking dangerous.
Yeah, it was wonderful. I brought my own spicy mustard. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's a party up in here. And I left it for him because he liked it so much. All right, you can have it. You fed me.
Yeah. Fuck. Anything smoked is good. I'm not gonna lie. I like smoked pretty much anything.
For the most part, yeah, as long as it's done right.
I'm gonna go pick up some cheese probably this weekend and try to smoke some cheese this weekend because it's supposed to be cold enough to where if I just throw a smoke tube in there, that should be enough smoke to smoke it for a couple hours and pull it out and keep it cool.
Nice, church. I did too. It was like one of my worst jobs. I worked at Guitar Center, the music store.
You thought it was gonna be awesome.
Fuck yeah. I was like, yes, music store, rock and roll. Hey, here's thousands and millions of dollars worth of gear that you're never allowed to touch. Sell, 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 sell. Cold call, sell. Like, okay. By the way, mandatory 50 hours a week. What? When do I have time to be a musician?
Church
don't.
repaired guitars.
Oh, sweet.
I think that's next on my list, Cherokee. But I want to do a chuck roast, but not just any chuck roast burnt end style. So after it's smoked, and then
shit.
cube it up, throw it back in there with some barbecue sauce, hot sauce, and, yeah, then let her go some more.
Good.
I need to go get a pork belly because I really want to do pork belly burnt ends too. God damn it. Being a fat kid is tough.
It's a rough way to go sometimes, but it's a good way.
Fuck, I cooked for the neighbors last week and did 3 racks of ribs up on there for them and us, and a couple different ribs. Did a pork butt on Saturday. I was hungover Sunday when I was doing the damn other one because between me and the neighbor we had way too much whiskey. That's right. Always trust the fat chef. They don't get
Fuck
that
yeah.
way for no reason.
That's right. Never trust a chef that doesn't sample while they cook.
Right.
Words to fucking live by, folks. If nobody ever told you, never trust a chef that doesn't try the food as they're cooking it.
Yep.
Anybody else on here watch the Chef Show?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep. I have not watched the
Never,
newest
oh,
season
man.
yet.
I fucking love that show.
It's so good. It's
I
like
learned
if Binging with Babish had corporate sponsorship.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, I don't know. He doesn't really have a sponsorship. He just
I just mean
They
like
must
for
say-
the
they must
production
say he
level, like
knows
the
people.
camera angles and shit, like the cameras rather and shit. He's got. The
I mean, he's a
kinda
director, so
equipment.
you know he's got all that gear sitting out in
Yeah.
your garage.
Yeah, exactly.
The other kicker to that, though, is if you go and you watch Binging with Babish, Babish purposely only has one angle. That's so people can focus on the food, not the person making it.
Yep.
Whereas you look
It's also
like,
why it's on the food, not his face.
Yep, that's like you look at the Chef Show. That's more of a production quality. Where don't get me wrong, you'll learn some shit.
I learned so much.
That's
Salt and pepper, everything.
Everything, way more than you ever thought you would.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom used to think I was crazy when I started cooking in the house. I'm like, but I watched a lot of cooking shows with my dad, so I always be like seasoning and she's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Fucking cooking. Leave me alone."
Yeah, making sure this shit's awesome. Watch.
Actually, Wrench, ironically enough, I just saw that today about deep frying a brisket, but it's a double deep fry where you do it at like 200 degrees till the internal temperature,
to
or
get it-
225 until the internal temperature of it hits 195. You pull it out, blot it dry. Then you get your oil back up to 400 degrees and throw it in 400 until the
Smash
outside
the
gets a
outside.
nice crust on it. And then pull it out.
Interesting.
I'm going,
Interesting.
huh. Although, the way that I watched them do it, what they initially did was they got themselves some, some fucking fat from Kobe beef, and they rendered the fat down into oil with garlic and thyme and stuff in their oven, and that's what they used to deep fry it in, was Kobe beef fat.
Ooh,
See,
It's, look, if you want to know where it's at,
that's some next level shit, right?
go
there.
watch.
Yeah.
Here, do you want to know where it's at? Meter, I'm sure you've watched this. Guga Foods. It's on YouTube. Look up Guga Foods. That's his most recent video he just put out, and that dude does.
say I hadn't seen that one. It's got to be a new one.
Yeah, that's that's one of my guilty pleasures on YouTube is watching
Oh
him.
man,
Like, you know,
that motherfucker. It makes you hungry and angry at the same time. You're like, God damn it! Why didn't I think of that?
well, and
Genius.
the only other thing that makes me sad is a lot of the stuff he's cooking, I'm not gonna ever be able to get my hands on. When he does stuff that I can get my hands on, I'm like, okay, I want to try that. Like, I can do the brisket thing. It's just not gonna be with Wagyu.
Kobe beef fat.
Right. Yeah, it's not going to be a $1,300 fucking meal.
Yeah. I mean, the last episode that he did previously, he got a Wagyu ribeye roast and cut it down to steaks and cooked it like 6 different ways. Just,
It's the best burger I ever had in my entire life was a Wagyu burger. It was fucking delicious from this place called Sola here in Chicago. It's like fucking $25 burger, but it was delicious. Oh my god. Had caramelized onions on it. Oh my god.
okay, yep, everybody knows who Guga is. All right, yeah. And Swag, you're right. That dude, in one bite, he makes more in that one bite than I do in a month. That's for fucking sure. And it's crazy how much he spends on that. But hey, you know, my hat's off to him if you can afford to do that and be able to bring it to the rest of us to watch you overindulge. Yeah. What makes me wonder is, you do that for maybe one meal a week, because that's about the amount of videos you're putting out, maybe 2. How do you eat the rest of the week? Are we talking Burger King and McDonald's because you're poor from fucking overspending on YouTube?
Crackers and ginger ale because of what you did to your fucking stomach for the one episode.
Walmart popcorn chicken. Here I come.
Right?
Exactly. Well, I know I can't afford to do it, Ponzillo, so my pockets would be empty if I did it.
Right.
That'd be like please don't fuck this up, because if I fuck this up, I'm going to be really pissed off type situation.
Yeah.
Five Guys does make a pretty mean burger, but it's more about their fries.
Yeah.
Their fries are fucking
Their fries are
amazing.
banging.
Yeah. I always order a small fry, and you get the equivalent of the large anyway.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah, they fill up a fucking brown paper bag with the
Yeah.
motherfuckers.
Sack them, yeah.
they actually make really good milkshakes too,
Yeah.
because you can just you tell them what you want in it. So I'm like strawberry, peanut butter, banana.
Dude, peanut
Throw
butter.
that in the blender, mix that up for me.
That's something I do miss. When I was in high school, I worked at a mom and pop ice cream shop where they made all their ice cream on site. They made homemade root beer on site and all that. Used to always, at every shift, on my break, I would get myself a chocolate peanut butter malt.
Nice.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Dude.
that's banging.
Like, I was never, at first I was like, what the fuck do I want malt powder in there? Then one day I was like, you know what, fuck it, let's try it. Tink, one twist off of it, and then I was like, that's not strong enough. Next fucking one I made 3 or 4, way past what the stores,
The
what
dosage
we're
was-
supposed to do. I'm like, they said, oh, you can only give them 1.5 scoops of peanut butter. Me, for mine, fucking 3. Fuck you. If I'm paying for it, I'm making a big boy version.
Damn right.
Oh, okay. Now we're getting into Greg's secrets on how he's
Yep,
deep frying briskets.
Yep.
that's a good way to do it too. It's like I save, if I'm smoking chickens or anything like that, I save the backbones, cut the wings off, and use them to make a stock.
Oh yeah.
Like I want to try to make beef. It was not beef broth. Fucking bone stock with beef bones. Roast those fuckers first, and then put them in there. So they said there's a little trick you can use if you want to do it in a pressure cooker. You just throw in a couple of chicken feet. Because it adds more collagen, and it only takes about 30. It only takes about 60 minutes in a pressure cooker versus like 24 hours in a fucking
day
pot. Yeah, I'm going. I don't know that I would feel comfortable with my stove running for 24 hours. That's especially not in my home when I'm not sitting there watching it the whole time. Might have to learn how to use a pressure cooker or an Instapot. Little mini time bombs. Oh, speaking of bacon fat, being as I just saw it there, my neighbor next door, she brought over, like, must have been about a month ago, some habanero bacon. And what we cooked off it, save the fat, cooked eggs in it. Oh, spicy fucking eggs.
That's awesome. I want some of that.
When's your birthday, Swiggy Shane? It is a national holiday, so I'm assuming.
What is
November
birthday?
3rd. October 30th.
Is your
Oh, so Halloween.
Yeah, Saturday.
your birthday
That's
coming up?
Mandalorian Day.
Oh shit.
This is the day.
Oh.
Oh, what's happening, Mike? I see you texting me. I wasn't paying attention to my phone. My apologies.
Howdy, Mike. 30.
Yeah, that's a good way to go, Paulzilla. Just you save a lot more when you buy the gigantic fucking roast versus the individual steak.
Yeah, they sell that at we have a restaurant supply. They sell like full prime ribs.
Like untouched cuts.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yep.
Like I really want to spend $200 right now. I really want to. Unfortunately, I do not have a deep freeze for that. So it's one of the first things when I get a new place, deep freeze.
Yeah, see. I was thinking about getting a half cow, and then I realized we don't have enough freezer space because of how much the Mrs. Coupons. Both of our freezers are fucking full, and there's
Time
no
to get
way.
a third one.
Yeah, my electric bill's high enough.
Yeah.
I don't need no fucking more.
Just tell her, this one's for meat only.
The more I
Finest
thought,
meats.
the more I thought about it, I was like, well, let's see. Hanging weight on a half cow is what? Usually around 400, 500 pounds. And then you got to figure when they butcher, you're probably going to lose about 40% of that. So you come home with around 2 to 250.
Mm-hmm.
And still 250 pounds of fucking beef between steaks, a brisket,
Yeah,
hamburger.
in various shapes.
Yeah, I'm going, where the fuck would I put all that?
Tetris time.
Yeah.
Deep freeze. Boom. Yeah, my grandma, part of her agreement when she sold the ranch is for the rest of her life she got a half cow a year.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a damn good deal.
Oh yeah, you never go fucking
It
hungry.
was all
that way.
it was all in the family. So that's kind of how shit works out there.
Nice.
Out there on the plains in Montana.
Yeah.
Like you go out and like someone takes over someone gets a little old, someone takes over the cattle ranch. They move into town and a half cow a year.
Well, fucking hot damn. That's a hell of a sandwich right there.
Holy shit!
Fuck yeah, some serious gourmet shit.
I was gonna say.
That's like
Check
a
out the big
$15.
brain on DeMillan.
Like a fucking
I know, right,
$15
dude?
sandwich at a
What are you
goddamn
doing?
restaurant right there, and that's just for the sandwich.
Holy
It's
Lord.
not even fucking the side.
I like Greg's beef bacon idea.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of which,
Delish.
has anybody ever used a
You're exactly right, Zilla.
It was orgasmic. I bet.
what's the fucking for the KitchenAid mixer? Has anybody ever used the attachment for meat grinder on there?
Mm-mm.
Not in a long time. My grandmother used to do it that way. We got the mixer, but we haven't gotten the meat mixing attachment for it yet.
Because I'm being as with the new smoker I've got, it's got the hanging compartment above it. I've been thinking about trying to make my own like sausages, bratwursts, and shit like that. Is it
Yeah, that'd be-
is it decent or is it a pain in the ass, Greg? And by decent, I mean, is it good quality where it's not gonna fucking fall apart after a couple uses?
Columbo's Delicatessen. Probably the best sandwich place I ever went to is a place called Compañeros in Monterey, California. Fuck, that place was crazy. You get sandwiches like this big, like just piled with meat and cheese, and you'd have to eat on it for 3 days, and it was fucking ridiculous. But then they also had like, while you were there, you had to get some of their desserts too, and they had a Black Forest cake that was just mind-bogglingly good. And the slices were like, even back in, when was that? That was back in like 2000. The slices were like $6, but they were like just these massive slices, and you would eat on that for like a week. That place was bonkers, and they had German beer.
See, that
So
makes it
you could just load up with everything that you needed for a week.
one-stop shopping.
Yeah. Like I was, and they offered I'm to this day I kick myself in the ass because they offered to let me re-enlist and stay down there, and I turned it down because I wanted to go back to Washington. I should have stayed down there. I had such a sweet gig. I would have been running that place in 6 months.
Speaking of fucking bomb sandwiches, there was a place when I was working at Walter Reed, right down the road about 3 blocks. There was it was a Chinese American joint where they had like half Chinese menu, half mix and match from all over the states, fucking cheeseburgers, blah blah blah, this, that, and the other. But they had a fucking Philly cheesesteak on there. That was, it was the size of a 5-pound fucking burrito.
Yeah.
And it was like $8, and it came in its own box, and then with it always came a whole big fucking styrofoam container of fries.
Oh,
Dude, that was like 3 meals. Like, I had to fucking third that thing up. It was massive, and they drenched it in fucking cheese. And it wasn't cheese whiz. It was like that fucking cheddar cheese sauce.
oh, okay, yeah.
Downside. By the 3rd day, that cheddar cheese sauce was so soaked into the bread, it was just mush.
Mush sandwich.
At that point, it wasn't a sandwich anymore. It was a fork type.
Open face grinder.
Yeah.
Still good though, usually.
Although there were a few times where I did get a little too sauced, and then they were open till like 4 a.m. because they knew they were only a couple blocks from where the barracks were, because
so they knew.
the barracks were across the street from Walter Reed at the time. Well, across the street in Caddy Corner. So you'd walk like 5 blocks down from the barracks to go down there when you're all sauced up after taking the red line back and then stumbling from the red line to the barracks. And you're like, we're hungry. Well, they're still open. And get down there, order one of those things, eat the whole damn thing, and then wake up in the morning going, why do I feel like shit? Not because I was drinking, but I feel like just bloated to shit. Like, oh yeah, dumbass.
What the fuck did I do?
5 meals at once.
And the plus side, whatever residual was alcohol was sitting in your stomach definitely got soaked up with that quick, fast, and in a hurry. Yeah, see, that's one of those things that I need to pay attention and learn, because I did see something about throwing the parts for your grinder in the freezer for a couple hours beforehand, so that way they're nice and frosty. And then I did hear something about getting the meat really chilled beforehand. I didn't know you need to be semi-frozen, but I guess as long as it keeps it from making such a goddamn mess. Because I'm sure fucking room temperature meat going through a grinder is just gonna come out just sorts of sticky and fucking...
It'll gum the tines up and shit too. That and the last thing you want is your fucking sausage half cooked when you put it all together into the fucking grinding.
Yeah. Fucking hanging in the smoker.
Got some of that.
I think
Some of that high country beef jerky, yo.
nice.
That's the best beef jerky ever.
I think this weekend we're gonna do cheese though, because it's cold
You
enough
what?
outside. I don't have to worry about it getting fucked up. So, downside, everything I've read on smoking cheese, because I haven't done it yet, says you have to let it sit at least 2 weeks, because otherwise apparently the flavor on it initially has some sort of off-putting flavor from the smoke, and it has to basically steep itself out for a couple weeks.
Interesting.
Like, huh. Well, learn something new. So I was thinking go get myself like a brick of Havarti, and maybe a Gouda, because smoked Gouda is good as is, so I can kind of compare it side by side by what I've had before. Brick of
Small
cheddar.
chunk of mozzarella.
Yeah, and then some string cheese.
Yeah.
You out of here, Indy?
Later, Andy.
I'm dying. I'm dying, Giz.
You know, we would be talking mixing instead of food if my goddamn fucking scale would have came in. Although, I mean, the plus side is, the night I went to buy it initially, it went back up to 50, and I was like, you know what, fuck that. It was just at like $35. Waited 24 hours, there it was at fucking $35. I'm like, alright, now we're cooking.
You know, Cherokee knows about high country beef jerky. Guarantee. So does Dylan.
There you go.
There you go. There's your answer. Yeah. Don't have vacuum sealer, so it's gonna be fucking Ziploc baggies and dunk them in a cold thing of water to push as much air out as possible. I haven't had one of those since I fucking left Louisiana. Muffalata.
Oh, you know what I miss from Louisiana? Boudin.
Give me some,
That rice sausage.
give me some boudin, some fucking,
Yeah, boudin.
some of the boudin balls. Yeah.
Boudin balls
When they're
are
fucking
awesome.
deep fried. Oh, what was that? There was one of the casinos that I used to go to just for their fucking, for their brunch, because they had some of the best fucking deep fried boudin balls I'd ever had.
Hell yeah.
Go eat my weight in those things and feel fucking miserable the whole ride home.
Worth it.
Oh, you remember that barbecue joint they had on post? You remember,
Yeah,
was it still there? Was it still there when you got there?
yeah.
Because I know it closed.
It wasn't for too long after I got there, and then it closed shortly thereafter. But I'd been
They
there a
actually
couple
made.
times.
They actually had really, really good barbecue. Go down there and get a brisket sandwich. And, oh, so good.
I do like the andouille, but
Shut up, kids.
man, if you gave me the option between andouille and boudin, I'm having boudin.
I don't know. That's a tough call, man. Those are both fucking awesome.
I'm with TJ. I'm taking boudin all day.
And maybe it's because I can't get it. I can get andouille here.
True.
I just can't get boudin.
Andouille sausage is so
Oh.
fucking good, dog.
Yeah, those that's a toss up, man. Those are both delicious.
That's a hard call to make, man.
I mean, there was a couple times when I lived in California that I'd go through one of the grocery stores and I'd see like a package of boudin. I'd immediately buy it without even thinking about the price. I was like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And it wasn't great boudin, but it was boudin.
Right. Yeah, it's one of the shitty parts about growing up in Chicago and then moving away is that I got spoiled when I was little on fucking Vienna beef. And there's something
Yeah.
about Vienna beef that you
Shit's fucking
cannot
everywhere
replicate
here.
anywhere in the fucking world, no matter how hard you try. I don't care how good of a fucking chef you are. There is nothing in the world like Vienna beef.
Yep, it's a unique dog. It's got
Paul?
that snappy casing. It's got
Yeah.
that fucking slight peppery taste to it, like that little bit of kick to it.
Just a little bit of flavor more than you'd expect.
Paul,
Gotta
I would
steam them
PayPal
fuckers.
you money for that.
Yeah, those things are awesome.
As long as you
Gotta
can
steam
guarantee
those,
that
gotta steam
shit's
the
still
bun.
going to be cold or frozen by the time it gets here, I'm a happy camper.
Yeah, package it up in some dry ice.
Yeah, that's true. Dry ice in a fucking one of those little cooler boxes.
Little foam cooler deals, yeah.
Oh, nothing like fuck when I lived in Hawaii. I remember my aunt, of all the fucking things, she'd go, take this back with you. Give this to all these Hawaiians. They need to know what real cheese tastes like. She'd make me carry 50 pounds of fucking cheese back with me.
Yeah.
So I'm flying in a fucking like 8-hour flight. She said, don't worry if it gets warm. It's all vacuum sealed. Just throw it back in the fucking thing. It'll be fine. Fucking 50 pounds I'm lugging as a carry-on instead of my fucking regular bag.
Yeah.
This is bullshit.
God.
Taking care of you, though. Taking care of you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I just thought of what I was going to say earlier when we were talking about new shows. Jean-Claude Van Johnson. If anybody...
Is that the one that's on Prime?
Yeah.
I have not watched it. I saw the preview for it and I was like, I don't know. I really don't know.
Here's the thing. Do you like Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Yeah, back in the 80s he was
Do you
fucking...
find him amusing? Because the entire show is him making fun of himself.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
shit.
that's
That's
worth the
cool.
watch right there then.
Right.
Because it's him doing like like through the season, like they're shooting like a martial arts Huckleberry Finn and Tom Sawyer.
Oh shit.
So they're doing this. So they're filming this shitty movie, and on the side he's secretly a spy.
Oh wow.
But the entire thing is just him making fun of himself, and it's fucking hilarious. Like I said, if you like Jean-Claude Van Damme at all, yeah, it's worth watching.
Nice.
Well, that might make it worth my while then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
there's so many like I don't know that I've laughed that hard at anything in quite a while. Like I've seen some funny shit recently, but like just him poking fun at like all the little scenes in Bloodsport and like the things he used to be able to do physically and what he can do now, and it's fucking hilarious.
Add that to my list.
Well, if he's from the Louisiana coast, he ought to know what he's doing with it.
Hopefully with the boudin.
Can he ship live crawfish?
Gonna do a crawfish boil?
I wanted to. I really wanted to, but you can't find them live. I mean, I can go out and pick ones here, but they're not the same. The whole different kind of crawfish.
Yeah.
Right. Not the same mud bug for sure.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I'm gonna hop on and grab a few hours sleep.
Have a good one, Larry. Thanks
Thanks
for
for
hopping
having
in
me,
with
Larry.
us,
Good to see you,
man.
buddy.
No problem.
Don't let those 50 recipes you got stewing in your brain keep you up. Deadliest mixer in the galaxy, everybody. The Mandalorian himself.
Claude Van
Larry,
Damme is
shoot
60
first.
years old. Jeez.
Dude, you gotta
Getting
think he
old.
was probably in his, let's see, well, that was 30 years ago, so yeah. He was in his 30s.
Yeah,
Early
he was, in his
30s,
mid- he was in his mid-20s,
Early
mid-20s-ish
30s, yeah.
when he got his start.
Yeah.
Jean-Claude Camille Francois Van Valenberg. Wow.
Like I said, it's a fucking riot.
Hey, he just turned 60. Happy birthday, brother.
Happy birthday, Jean-Claude Van Damme.
The 18th, day before my dad's birthday, 19th.
See, I just want to see him redo the dance from kickboxing.
Hell yeah. That was like a very popular
That's
gif.
iconic, man.
I will say there is a scene in a club. That's all I'm gonna say.
Interesting. Yeah, I would watch that. I like when actors make fun of themselves. Like that show with that Warwick Davis was on. That he did. It was a couple years back where he's like kind of playing a cartoonish version of himself, but he's kind of a dick. it's really good because he's a little guy, you know, so it's like funny seeing him just being a total dick, because in real life he's like very humble and very, you know, good to his fans, and on the show he is not. He's kind of a jerk, and I can't remember the name of the damn show, but that's worth a watch too.
Speaking of
that's
things
what
that
I thought of when I thought of that.
might be worth a watch soon, I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty excited to watch the new Borat movie.
It's gonna be hilarious.
Dude.
Life's Too Short is the name of the show. 2012 to 2013. If anybody's interested.
Was that on
Veteran-
HBO?
I don't know. I know it was made by the guys who made The British Office.
Oh, okay.
Ricky Gervais and Stephen Merchant. HBO, yep, I think. Oh, no, it says BBC. Yep, HBO.
Lady Greg, I was gonna say, I think it was HBO. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it was hilarious.
Speaking of, I guess if you're gonna go that route of BBC stuff, go watch Mrs. Brown's Boys. That show is fucking hilarious.
Oh, I could name hundreds of BBC sitcoms that were fucking so good that people just are like, what?
It was what's the best way to put it? It's like a TV sitcom, but they break the fourth wall.
Mm-hmm. I love that shit.
On a regular fucking basis.
It's awesome.
Like, there's a fucking... And they'd fuck up their lines in the middle of the show and never edit it out for TV, which was great.
That's cool.
I remember watching one of the episodes, and one of the guys fucking yells at the band that started playing at the wrong time. I'm going, this is fucking gold.
Nice.
Yeah, the only thing I ever did in Shreveport and Bossier was
Stop and get chicken.
gamble
There we go.
once or twice. And then also me, Mendoza, and fucking what's his goddamn name? Worked with he worked in Biomed with Phil. God damn it, I can't think of his name. He was just at my fucking house a couple months
Well, there
ago.
was Phil and Little Phil. But we're Wilkins.
Wilkins, yeah. So when fucking Talladega Nights came out, we decided we were gonna go up there and get shitty and watch it. Like, we went to the Walmart and we did some stupid shit. Like, we went and found Wonder Bread shirts and shit like that. Fucking cowboy hats, just being complete fucking jackasses. We got up there and got shit-faced, went to a midnight showing when it showed there. Then fought over who was gonna drive back. Because we had to work the next day.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That, you know what? Going and seeing a movie, that's how we found that Irish bar. Big O'Toole's.
Oh, yeah.
Because we went and saw, it was me, Isaiah, his girl, what was his girl's name?
Oh, fuck.
Courtney?
Courtney, yeah.
Phil, and there was somebody else, but all of us had watched Firefly. And so the movie Serenity came out. The only place it was shown was all the way over in Alexandria. So all of us went and watched that, went to Outback Steakhouse after that, and then stayed at that hotel where we always wound up staying at.
That fucking
And we
holiday
saw the
Inn
Irish
there.
bar down the street. Next thing you know, dude, let's go back to the Irish bar. Let's Go back to Maggie O'Doul's. That place is fucking awesome. Making entire weekends out of that shit just to go visit one bar. Oh, here comes
Whoa, kitty butt.
number 3. She's come through 3 times.
Wow, just parades right through.
She doesn't care.
I'm sure if I didn't have as much shit on my desk area, my Shaniqua would be doing the same exact thing.
I was like, what the hell did she hit?
Johnny, what you actually want to do with him is drink Jameson. Tell him that's a good time.
Personal experience, right?
Yeah.
There's the Mimi. She's glaring at all of you.
You do not want to drink Jameson with me. I am no fun. So I could drink and booze. But I will partake in the salads. She's so chill.
Oh,
How does one cat
salad?
possess so much chill?
Oh, yep. Oh,
I don't know if
hey,
you see her paw.
pick that lung up off the floor. You
She's
dropped
kneading. She's kneading right now.
Making bread, making bread.
You don't coffee ain't doing enough.
So happy.
I'm not really a beer drinker anymore. However, I did pick up beer tonight because there is that time of year where they start making the one beer I do like, which is the Leinenkugel Snowdrift Vanilla Porter.
Oh yeah.
Dude, that's my one go-to beer. Once it starts to get cold outside, I will drink that beer.
Yeah, that stuff's nice.
I think she's staring right at you, Adam.
Me. She looked up when I said that.
Yep. He knows her.
They
name.
know. They know. They can smell other cat lovers even through the internet waves. Like when I go to like people's houses, like back in the day, like I would go with friends to go like, I don't know, pick up weed or something. You know, you go to a stranger's house and you go in their house. I hope you watch out for the cat, man. He's kind of an asshole. And I'd sit down and the cat would just be like, just all up in my ass. He's never like that with anybody. I'm like, well, some of us are special. Some of us
And that
cat
way with
lovers.
dogs.
Animals
Dogs
are
are the same
good
way with
judges
me.
of character. That's all. that
Animals
is.
in general, yeah, like me, because I'm nice to them and I talk to them like, hey, buddy, how's it going? What's up, buddy? Like Jake, my drummer's dogs, even though he's been in the band for 2 years, I still don't remember his fucking dogs' names. They get a song every time I see them. Like he's got a big white puffy dog, so it's always like, big white puffy dog, you ain't nothing but a big white puffy dog. And the dog's just like, yes I am a big white puffy dog.
Well, that when you
So
show
it's
up
like-
places smelling like other animals are generally like, oh, okay, so other animals are cool with this guy. It's a good indication.
Puffy dog, you're a
That
big
was
white
enough.
puffy dog. That was another one.
That was enough for her.
I think the greatest thing in the world.
She doesn't claw or anything. She just kind of gives you a gentle nudge that, hey, it's time to put me down. I've done enough.
Miss is not a fan of dogs. Neighbor has a pit bull. She lets that pit bull in our house all the time. Like if
It's like
they're
big
over
babies.
watching fights with us or something, or we're having them get together of some sort, and they see take the dog out and the dog's whining because it wants to come in, she'll go out there, grab the dog, and bring the dog in. I'm going, for somebody who doesn't like dogs, you chose an aggressive breed to
Yeah, right.
bring into the house.
Yep. Because they're the greatest.
Dude, that dog is
I mean, any
such
breed
a
can be an
puppy.
aggressive breed. It's just
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
how they're
thus the
raised.
air quotes.
Yep.
How they're raised. Yep.
That dog doesn't even bark. I don't think I've heard it bark maybe once or twice in the last 3 years we've lived here.
God,
Only
my
time
neighbor's dog barks all the fucking time.
Mike, I'm
We've got one
calling
that
you.
barks when we come up the stairs. That's it.
Oh, Mike, if
Mine
you're
barks
still
when
awake, I'm
any
gonna call you
action's
out
going
right
on.
here. Somebody's dog who barks a lot, Mike's. And little pint-sized pipsqueak little cocksucker's got a Napoleon complex for everything. Mailman, other dogs. Yeah. And the
Of course, I saw that video. Gizzard Stew. It's hilarious.
Hell yeah, I saw that shit when it happened, when they released it that day. Nature is Metal on Instagram had that shit up an hour after they posted the full version.
You're not gonna get me, bro.
Yeah, I'd have been throwing rocks way sooner than he did.
Yeah. Fuck that.
Like the second that thing came at and charged him twice, I'd have been like, "Where's the biggest rock I can find?" Because I'm keeping the camera going in case I die. But watch me turn into a fucking MLB pitcher real quick.
Yeah, that Paulzilla, that was actually funny. I did watch that, the Aussie Man version of that video. I got a good kick out of that. That dude is fucking funny as hell.
Yeah, that was the other thing that I thought. Why the fuck are you walking in a place like that without a fucking pistol on your hip? You're fucking dumb.
I mean, anytime you go out backpacking, it's a really good idea to have a large caliber weapon with you.
Yeah,
For
if
sure.
you're not carrying a shotgun or a long rifle, you better have a fucking big bore pistol on your hip.
At a minimum, a 9mm. Minimum.
Yeah, with lots of fucking
It's
shells.
bigger than 9mm, man.
Yeah,
Bigger than 9mm.
that's what I'm saying. If you're bringing a 9, you better bring lots of fucking shells and shoot fast.
Yeah, when we'd go hiking with the Boy Scouts, like we went on a 9-dayer, like out in the middle of the fucking mountains. There was a whole lot of 45s with those adults.
It's a lot of children to protect.
But then they also had like cartons of cigarettes and whiskey and all sorts of stuff with them. I don't think they were supposed to.
Probably not.
But I mean, it was a great. I mean, I did that hike when I was like 15. I still think back about that one. That was such an amazing hike. Because you wake up in the middle of the night and there's just fucking moose wandering through your camp, and you're like,
Oh, hey there,
oh,
big boy.
shit. Like you got your window open, watching this dude come through the camp looking for scraps, and you're like, but it's incredible, getting like 15 feet from a moose without it being like really upset with the fact that you're 15 feet from it. It's pretty cool. But yeah, you also had to hang your backpacks up in trees so the bears couldn't get them. All that good stuff.
That was one of the cool things about living in Alaska. Is like even living in downtown Anchorage, as soon as there's snow on the ground, there's moose walking through town.
Yep.
As soon as it gets dark, like during the daytime, not so much because they're usually out foraging and shit. But as soon as the sun starts to go down, they give zero fucks. They'll walk right through your yard, right over your fucking happy little fence. They don't give a shit. They'll come right up to your backyard and make sure your bird feeder is empty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's plenty of videos and pictures from me and the wife when we were up there, literally sitting at the window looking out. The only thing between us and this moose is the porch, and it's looking right at us, just chewing on tree leaves.
Yep.
Not giving a single solitary fuck. 3,500 pounds of decimation if it's angry.
That will fuck some shit up too when they're that big.
Yeah, my buddy Johnny got cornered by one, and the only thing he could do was get behind a tree and circle the tree for hours until it got bored with trying to kill him.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
They're insane, man.
Wow.
crazy.
Yeah, a moose
motherfuckers.
like a moose, like their legs are fucking like jelly. So like if one gets hit by a car, it's probably
yeah.
gonna get the fuck back up.
That's
Oh,
one
yeah.
of the things about
And
living
then-
in Alaska is statistically the most moose and deer population killed by motor vehicles in the world happens on the highway from Anchorage to Wasilla every year. There's literally, they average like 7 a day.
God.
It's some of those crashes, because the moose are so tall, literally you take its legs out from underneath you and half your vehicle gets underneath it before the weight falls.
Yeah.
And then it's 3,000 pounds in free fall.
And it kind of rolls over the top of your vehicle,
Yeah,
crushing everything along the way.
It crushes everything. Yeah, nothing handles a good fucking moose crash. There's no such thing.
And like I said, a lot of times them bastards just get back up.
Yeah, if you don't hit them fucking clean, it'll fuck your car up, send you off on your fucking way, and then it'll get up and stroll right away.
Yep.
Just another Tuesday.
Just another Tuesday. Fuck. Yep. Been in cars that have hit deer, never anything fucking bigger. Thank God. I mean, other than when I hit somebody else, but that was, my own fault. driving fucking tired when I was 18 years old, like an idiot. Like, oh yeah, I can drive from DC to Syracuse overnight. No, I couldn't.
Jesus.
Well, I was I was a good portion of the way there before I got in the accident. I rear-ended a Suzuki Sidekick doing about 85 miles an hour in a Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Oof.
Yeah. The Suzuki Sidekicks is about the size of a Geo, what the fuck is that?
Tracker.
Tracker, yeah.
Yeah.
They're pretty
even
much a
smaller, I think.
one-off, yeah. Yeah, push the
Well,
back
the bad
seat
thing about
forward
this,
like 3
about those
inches.
Suzukis is you could walk up to them, give them a hard shove, and it would tip over.
Whip them over.
Luckily,
They were so top
Oh, yeah.
heavy, it was ridiculous.
We had a buddy in high school who had one, and the greatest fucking joy in our lives were getting out of class 10 minutes before the end of the day, and 4 or 5 of us would literally grab this fucking thing by the frame, pick it up, and spin it around in the parking spot and put it right fucking back.
God.
Yeah, those things didn't weigh shit, man. You get a couple of good fucking strong young men with a fucking motivation behind them to watch their buddy flip the fuck out. It's real easy to move.
That's not how I left it.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
Especially when you put it in there right next to 2 cars that aren't going to be leaving for a while, so you can't get a door open.
It's assholes.
Yeah, good times.
and lightweight cars. Speaking, I did have a lightweight car like that though. At one point, I had a little Hyundai Excel, looked like a Geo Metro, the
Yep.
4-speed manual transmission.
85 miles to the gallon, motherfuckers.
Dude, that was the best thing about that car, other than the fact of when I'd get fucking crazy during the winters, because I was 16, 17 at the time, and pull the fucking e-brake, sliding around corners, fucking doing donuts, and you
I
put
had
her
a
in the
Dodge
snow.
Omni, which is like the same thing.
You put her in the
Yep.
snowbank. You only have one other passenger with you. You can push
Open
that
the
light motherfucker out. You don't even have to wait for help.
Yep. Yeah, we had a lot of fun in my little Dodge Omni in the wintertime because mine was standard. It was the 5-speed standard, had the 4-speed plus the economy or sport actual gearbox shifter. Oh, man. Fucking 40 miles an hour around a snowy corner, e-braking and fucking Fast and Furious back in the day.
Miss doing stupid shit like that sometimes. Then I go,
Yep.
I'm glad I don't do that shit anymore. I mean, unless I was getting paid to do it, there's no way you'd get me to do that shit now.
Yeah.
Although-
Oh, shit.
I'll say right before my son was born, yeah, I would still do some stupid shit like that once in a while. Because, like, here in Green Bay, there is a fuck ton of roundabouts. Just a metric fuck ton. So during the winter, I was on my way to work and it was early, there's nobody on the road.
Yeah,
I
couple
had-
minutes to play.
I had a Dodge Dakota that was manual transmission. Just fucking rip her into a fucking low
Drop her
gear.
third, yeah.
Fucking just wrench on it and just fucking drift the shit out of it. Yeah.
Although I will say, I'm very glad that I learned to do all that stupid shit when I was young enough that if something would have happened, I could have recovered. Because trying to figure out how to fucking slow motion drift backwards in a fucking icy road at 40 for the first time sounds potentially fucking terrifying. But nowadays, it's like, I don't give a fuck if there's 8 inches of fucking ice on the road. I could do 30 miles an hour and get anywhere I need to fucking go. I've got more than
Yeah.
enough road experience on that shit from being stupid back then.
Yeah.
That's exactly
Like
it.
that drive back from Montana. There were like, aside from Tokyo drifting out of my parents' driveway, like there wasn't even a wiggle on the ass end of that car.
Oh yeah.
It's just like Fast and
no-
Furious.
Oh, getting out of that driveway, I was. I was like, once I get this thing out of here, like there is no stopping. There's no
yeah.
stopping this thing.
Yeah. And yeah, if it wasn't for being young and growing up in the shit and fucking around in it, I'd be way more nervous to drive in the shit. But I'm never nervous in it. The only time I can say I've ever gotten nervous was I drove in whiteout conditions once. That was kind of sketchy.
That I think it's more sketchy because you can't see the other people.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's my biggest issue. I know how good I can drive, and I know how I can drive in sketchy fucking weather. It's
With
not being able to
visibility.
see the other people to react to their fuck ups that gets me
Yes.
nervous for that shit.
Yep, and that's exactly what it did. And not to mention my dumbass, the missus was with me on that trip. And so this was, 7, 8 years ago. It was probably about 7 years ago, because we were leaving a little town called Nakusa, and we were heading back to Wisconsin Dells, where we had lived at the time. And I was like, hey, let's take this route, because it's supposed to be quicker, rather than tracking all the way back to the interstate and getting back on the interstate. Okay. No. It started snowing so bad when we left the fucking casino that night that I was like, oh, it didn't look too bad in the parking lot, but once we got going, I couldn't see more than 10, 15 foot in front of the car.
Oh.
And so I'm doing 25 the whole way through this fucking, like, probably 55 mile an hour, 2-lane country road. And I couldn't see where some of the turns were, so I was guessing. Luckily, I guessed correctly, but... Man, fuck. Talk about
Always
sketch.
fun, yeah.
And finally get back to the interstate, and there's semis that are doing like 70 and that shit. I'm going, you guys are absolutely fucking crazy. But I'm going to get right behind you, because if you hit something, I'll have enough time to slow down.
And it'll push most of whatever it is out of the way.
Yep.
What's up, Pippa?
Not to mention, they would have all of their fucking tracks from where they're running through the snow that you'd have a nice little bit of grip there.
Yep. Little grooves.
Not to mention,
Dimla and I had a Hyundai Elantra, which is not the type of car you want
Not
for
a
that,
snow car.
ideally. But threw a couple sandbags in the back,
oh yeah,
let her rip.
Not a bad little sedan.
what's happening, Pippa?
I had Sirius XM on it. I forgot how much I was Sirius XM. Oh my goodness,
Same station all the way across the country.
dude! I was screaming dilithium, like all the way through most of the state. And then I remembered Ellis was on. And I threw Ellis on and just laughed my ass off for the rest of the drive into my parents' driveway.
Shit. Yeah, that's the one thing I do miss. Because I remember, driving when I first moved to Polk. Driving from I had my car shipped to LA from Hawaii. So I picked it up in Hawaii and drove, because then I could do a partial Diddy move and get paid for it and make money. So
Yeah.
I knew what the fuck I was doing, and so I picked it up, didn't mind putting the miles on there, and the whole goddamn ride there, I'm just thinking, well, son of a bitch, I don't have to change radio stations or try to find the one country station between El Paso and San Antonio to
No
have something
shit,
to
yeah.
listen to.
No shit. That whole trip down fucking 10 when you're going west.
I'm like, I don't even like country music, but I don't speak Spanish, so I'm not listening to the Spanish channels.
Right?
And
That or it's that, yeah,
there
that
were
or
a plethora of
televangelism on
those.
AM.
Yeah, I was like, thank God for satellite radio. Although, when I remember this was way back when because satellite radio had just really started to take off around that time. And I remember the signals were fucking terrible. You'd go under an underpass,
Yeah, and it would cut off.
and it would cut off for
God,
like
yeah.
3 or 4 seconds. I'm going, motherfucker.
Disconnect and then reconnect time.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it's all just. There was a couple spots like in deep valleys, as I was cruising through the mountains, where I would lose it for about 3 seconds, and then it would come right back.
Yeah, but that was always a wonderful thing, because I knew which stations I liked on that, so I never had to change anything. Yeah.
Like I said, I was just rocking to 90s fucking 90s everything.
And
Jam out.
the other thing
Just screaming,
that
just
was
screaming. Offspring would come on. La 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 la. Just going. Just going for it. I'm sure people pulling into rest stops still screaming. People like, oh Jesus.
because I had it even when I moved out to California. I kept it when I was going to college out there. I kept it, and for me it was great because they had NFL on there, so I could listen to my local radio broadcast at home on there, which was fucking fantastic because it was just like being at home, especially when I couldn't get a Packer game out there. So it was, gotta listen to it on the radio. So I'd go sit in my truck in the driveway while it's fucking 95 degrees outside, fucking dying. No cares in the world, sweating my ass off, drink a beer, and listen to the fucking game.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So it wasn't turning the
Fucking
truck
right.
on to burn fucking gas when the fucking thing was a V8.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh fuck, we ran over. You guys are lucky you got 6 extra minutes of time, although we were a couple minutes late, so we'll probably offset it by about 2 minutes there. So, yeah. Love y'all. See y'all next week. Adam, was there still an open... Did you close the voting off? Okay.
Still open. I'm probably gonna end it tomorrow.
Alright.
And then start working on it.
So, if you haven't picked a song yet, go pick a song. Shoot any of us a message and we'll get it to them. But polls are open. In more than one way. So, remember to vote.
Ooh.
But most importantly, love y'all. Thank you all for coming out and hanging out with us. It's always a blast. Pippa, nice to see you, even though you're late, fashionably, but that's okay. Don't forget, for those of you who do like the Kicky Punchies, we will be talking Kicky Punchies tomorrow over on the Mojo channel.
There's a big one this
Big
week.
one tomorrow night. We
It's
got
a
big one.
huge bitch.
It's a huge bitch.
Huge.
That's right.
That's right.
It's bigly.
Yeah, and it's bigly. It's going to be a lot to talk about tomorrow. It's probably going to be a little lengthy of an episode, I'm guessing, just based on what there is to talk about.
People say so. The best people say so.
So
Everyone
in
says
other
so.
words, I'm going to be tired as fuck for work on Friday. But, love you guys. See y'all next week. I don't know what I'm going to play on the way out.
Eddie and the Arsons.
Okay, Eddie and the Arsons it is. What song?
Doormat.
Doormat. Sounds like a fantastic idea. Enjoy some Eddie and the Arsons on the way out. Love you guys. See y'all next week.
Bye. Have an orange tongue.
I do